Good day, everyone. For today's objectives, we have at the end of the lesson, students will develop a complete frequency distribution table, find the class midpoint of the frequency distribution, know what percent the class frequencies are of the total number of observations. These are the steps in constructing frequency distribution table. The first one is determine the number of classes, or K. Usually, it's always given in the problem. Step number 2, find the class interval, I, or sometimes it is expressed as Ci, which is equal to H minus L over K, where H is the highest score, minus L, lowest score, and K is your classes. Third step, select a starting point after you determine the number of classes and the interval for the lowest class limit. This can be the smallest data value or any convenient number less than the smallest data value. How to find the first class limit? It's very simple. Just add the class interval to the lowest score, then subtract 1. The formula is given. First class limit equals lowest score plus class interval minus 1. Fourth, tally the data. Find the numerical frequency of the tallied data. And then find the class mark. And class mark is also called midpoint, relative frequency, class boundaries, or cumulative frequency. And then present it through graphs using bar graph, histogram, frequency polygon, and pie chart. Given the following data, this data is about driving under the influence of alcohol is a serious offense. The following data gives the ages of a random sample of 30 drivers arrested while driving under the influence of alcohol. Use 5 classes. 5 classes there is given, and that is our K. So, to construct a frequency distribution table, let us find the highest age and the lowest age in the given data. So as you can see, we have 46, 30, and so on. If you will be checking the ages, the highest age is 64 and the lowest age is 17. Now, let us do the first step. The first step is to determine the number of classes, which is K. In the problem, it says here, use 5 classes. This 5 classes is the value of our K. Second step, find the class interval, which is equal to highest score. Since we are talking about age, so that will be the highest age minus the lowest age divided by K, or the number of classes, which is 5. The value of K is 5. That is our number of classes. The highest age is 64. And the lowest age is 17. So step number 2 is to find for the class interval, which is equal to highest age minus the lowest age divide by K. So let us plug in the value of age, which is 64, minus lowest age is 17, divide by K is equal to 5. Let us solve. What is 64 minus 17? So we have 64 minus 17 equals, that is equal to 47, divide by 5 equals 9.4. Okay, I want you to round off 9.42 whole number, and 9.4 is equal to 9. So the interval is 9. Okay, so let's go to the next step. It says there, select a starting point for the lower class limit. This can be the smallest data value or any convenient number less than the smallest value. So, if we will look into this, alright, so this is our table. The first column is class limits, and it consists of lower limit and the upper limit. Lower limit stands for LL, upper limit stands for UL. So the first thing that we have to do according to the step is select a starting point. And that starting point can be the smallest data value, and the smallest data value is 17. Okay? But we have to find the number or the upper limit to that. So to find, so let me show you how to find the first class limit or interval. So our starting point is the lowest age, which is 17. And according to the rule or the formula, it says here lowest score plus the class interval, and the class interval that we got is 9. So this will be 17 plus 9. Okay, subtract 1. If we will solve, that will be 17 plus 9 equals 26 minus 1 equals 25. This will be 25. Given the table, our starting point is 17 up to 17 plus 9 minus 1 is equal to 25. Each class limit must be mutually exclusive, meaning 17 or numbers from 17 up to 25 must not be repeated. So what is the next number after 25? Our new starting point is the number after 25, which is 26. And our class interval or class limit is from 26 up to what? That is 26 up to, so same thing, alright, same formula. So that will be, your class interval will be 26 plus 9 minus 1. So what is 26 plus 9 minus 1? So that is 34. Okay, so our second class limit or class interval would be from 26 to 34 exclusive. So this will be up to 34. Next, mutually exclusive. So this will be from 35. Let us use this one. I just showed you that the meaning of that is not subtraction, but that is from the starting point up to 25. So meaning that is from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Same thing with 26 up to 34. You don't need to write it this way. You can write it using the interval sign. This will be 35. Now, you don't need to add and subtract 1 always. I want you to look at the difference between 26 and 17, between 35 and 26, between 34 and 25. Let us get the difference between, what's the first one? Okay, we will get the difference between 26 and 17. So that will be 26 minus 17. What did we get? That is 9. How about the difference between 35 and 26? 35 minus 26 is equal to 9. So, as you can see, the difference is 9. So, therefore, what we do is to simply add 9 from the starting point, 17 plus 9. Where do we get that 9? That is our class interval. That interval is consistent and it must be equal with each class limit. The technique or the short way is to just simply add 9 from the lower limit until you get the highest score, 64. The question now is, when do you stop finding the class limit? When you see or when you get the interval, okay, which our highest score fall. So let's add. What is 35 plus 9? That is 44. And then let's go here. What is 44 plus 9? That is 53. What is 53 plus 9? We have 62. Next, let's add 9 from 34. So that is consistent. It's just simple addition. So 34 plus 9 equals 43. So our third class limit is from 35 to 43. What have you noticed with this? 25, 26, 34, 35, 43, 44. So meaning that on the upper limit, we just get the next number or the number before this, that this will become 52. And for this will become 61. And what is 61 plus 9? So 61 plus 9 is equal to 70. And now we completed the class interval or the class limits. So we started from 17 up to 25, where the lowest score 17 fall, and we stop until 62 to 70 because 64, which is the highest score, fall. The next step is to tally the ages of drivers under the influence of alcohol in each category or class. So let us highlight, please don't forget. So 46, okay, let's highlight it. 46 fall in between 44 and 51. So let's mark that. 17, highlight it. It's between 17 to 25. Then 41, it's here. 26, it's on the second class limit. 22, and then 33, it's here. 30, when you reach 5, okay, divide it into 2 so you will not have a hard time counting the tally. We have 18. Okay, it's 5 already. And then 27. $58 and 20, which is the last number, and it falls here. And so we're done tallying each mutually exclusive class. So let's make the tally into frequency, and frequency is the numerical value of the tally. So this is 5 plus 3. We have 8. And then this is 5, 10. So there are 10 drivers under the influence of alcohol at the age of 26 up to 34. And then there's 6, 2, 2, and 2. Now, how would you know if you counted the frequency or your respondents correctly? So you have to add 8 plus 10, that is 18, plus 6 is 24, plus 2, 26, plus 2, 28, plus 2 is 30. So that is perfect. That is exact. Our N or sample respondents of 30 drivers arrested while driving under the influence of alcohol.